With students back in school, it's a good time to remind folks about pedestrian safety. In today's Health Matters, we look at what happens to the body after an accident with a car at even relatively slow speeds, and how to help yourself when you're out and about. You were about where when you were hit?
From what they told me, I was like right here.
19-year-old Anam Sorathia was in this crosswalk and mere steps from safety when an SUV hit her on October 6, 2023.
So I broke my humerus, which is the bone in my upper arm, and then I broke my pelvis. I had a couple fractures in both my knees.
Wow.
Yeah, and then I had obviously a bunch of like soft tissue damage, like road rash, everything all over my legs. And I broke my glasses on the road too.
Was this a fairly sort of typical injury profile or unusual in any way?
Yeah, fairly typical.
Dr. Stephen Warner was Anam's orthopedic surgeon.
Anytime we have a patient with multiple injuries, we consider these as potentially life-threatening injuries, especially to her pelvis.
The vehicle was reportedly going some 30 miles an hour. The extent of injuries
It's dictated both by the speed but also by the mass of the object. And so even though the speed may not be that high, the mass of getting hit by a car is extremely high. We used a plate and screws in her arm to fix her humerus and then several screws to fix her pelvis.
lifelong mementos. Dr. Warner's advice for pedestrians and drivers: stay off phones, unplug from earbuds.
I think the more we can do of making sure our attention is not distracted by external factors, the better you can be at being aware of your surroundings.
Aman had to drop out that semester.
I was in my wheelchair for about 2 months. I couldn't use my arm for even longer than that because it was casted up.
After nearly 2 years of physical therapy, she is back at the University of Houston, walking to classes.
It's a long recovery process, and so it's pretty phenomenal to see how she's recovered from this over the past 2 years.
The kinesiology major is now more determined than ever to go to medical school.